Hi, I'm Carlos Miller here at True Kids One interviewing candidates for the Town of Taos Council. Today I'm joined by Darien Fernandez, the Mayor Pro Temp of the Town Council and Town Council member. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Carlos. How are you?
Pretty good. So there are quite a few issues facing the youth of today, especially here in Taos. What do you consider your top priority for youth?
I think it is providing opportunities for youth to be able to stay in this community or come back to this community once they get an education.
And what do you mean by coming back to this community? By providing jobs, or elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think providing jobs, quality of life, and just a sense that there's like something cool for youth to do.
And so there's quite a few different images that you could paint of the youth of Taos today. What do you see as the challenges and opportunities that the Taos youth kind of exhibit?
Okay. Well, I think a lot of the challenges that youth are facing today are challenges that I faced growing up here too. You know, just not feeling that there are a lot of opportunities outside of sports, a lot of peers, family members who are misusing substances, drugs, alcohol, and just a feeling that there isn't a lot of economic opportunity here. And I will say that, you know, there are more opportunities for youth now, certainly, than there were when I was growing up.
And kind of like looking at that economic side of things, where do you want to see the economic situation of Taos going?
Okay. So I think we've got some great opportunities in tech. You know, we're never going to get like a Facebook or a Google, right? But we can maybe get 4 or 5 employees who are able to start the next Facebook or the next Google. And I'm going to plug True Kids One here. I think they're doing something cool with the technology training, the digital media training. UNM Taos has a good digital media arts program too. So I think there's a lot of effort being made to provide those tech training opportunities here. We know tech jobs can pay a lot of money, and as we've seen in the pandemic, you can do them pretty much anywhere. And we'd love for more of our homegrown talent to, you know, want to stay here and start their tech companies or work remotely here. I think another opportunity is more specifically in like digital media arts, film. Film industry in New Mexico has been a huge driver. And while I don't think we have the infrastructure to support like 100,000 square foot film studio, we've got beautiful scenery, and we could do a lot of location shoots. And those are good paying union wage jobs. We already have training programs, again, through True Kids One, through UNM Taos Digital Media Arts. And, you know, I think that the missing piece in something I've been working on council is to get a film office up and going so we can recruit more of these productions from the area and say, look, you know, you need camera people, you need riggers, you need all of these other positions, you need actors. We have all of that in Taos, plus we've got the scenery. So I think those are a couple of opportunities. And then even in medicine, we see that the population in Taos is aging, is going to be in greater need of medical services over the next several years, whether it's, you know, in-home healthcare or at some of the retirement communities in Taos. And we have the best nursing school in the state, and we have a hospital. And, you know, for us to really promote more people going into the medical field and then being able to transition that into a job in an institution that's already in the community, those are, you know, those things that I've mentioned, I think are areas there where we can grow, we can diversify, provide economic opportunities that don't just rely on tourism and gas prices and everything else that factors into it.
And so myself and my peers have just turned 18, quite a few of us have, and we're looking forward to voting in the upcoming election. Why should the youth vote? Why should the youth of Taos vote for you?
Okay. Because I have been vocal about youth issues since I was 15, since before I could vote. I was part of a coalition that helped get the Youth and Family Center and specifically the skate park built over 20-something years ago. And that took a lot of kids wrangling parents to go to council meetings and get our town leaders convinced that it was a good idea to provide some money for an activity that didn't involve gangs or drugs or things like that. So, I get where people are coming from. And as a town councilor since 2016, I've been at the forefront of pushing for economic diversification, more opportunities for youth, for young adults, a focus on quality of life for full-time residents that makes the community more attractive to visitors coming in. I work with youth, adult, and young adults daily in my role as Rocky Mountain Youth Corps. So I feel like I've got a good handle on where people are coming from, what they want to see, what's keeping them here, what's making them want to leave. Looking at the issues, looking at the solutions, and just being willing to listen to people and incorporate their ideas into it. As a town councilor, I've never come in with my mind completely set on something. I've always been willing to listen to everyone's opinions and help that shape mine as they make a vote on the council and strive for consensus and compromise. And I think that's, something that is lacking at the federal level, especially, and to a certain extent the state level, and that's kind of turning people off from politics. So at the local level, I think for youth and young adults to see that there are people still willing to reach across the aisle, still willing to listen to other ideas and not be approaching every issue like this, is a means of getting them involved in the process and not feeling like it's always going to be like this. Because I think we're going to get back to a place where it's more like this, after this current wave of hyper partisan politics has faded.
Well, to end this out, what is your message to the youth of Taos?
I'm here for you, always have been, always will be. And, the decisions that I make today are the decisions that are going to impact you today and into tomorrow. And if you want to learn more about where I stand on things, fernandezforyou.com.
Yeah, awesome. All right, cool. Thank you.